Hello, this is Rakesh Rao from DesignSense Software Technologies, the BricsCAD sales and support point for India. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the basics of BricsCAD. Now, I presume that BricsCAD has already been installed on your computer and it's available as a desktop icon here. If you have not yet installed BricsCAD, then you may check out my other video which explains how to download BricsCAD from the website and install it on your computer. Now once you have BricsCAD installed, just double click to start the program. You will reach this screen here which is called as the BricsCAD launcher screen. In this screen you will see several options here. On the extreme left there's something called as shape. This is BricsCAD shape and it's a free software. It's a three-dimensional conceptual modeling tool for BricsCAD and is most useful for architects for visualizing their 3D designs. It can also be used as a simple DWG viewer. Now we will come to shape a little later. Now I'm going to explain to you about the other icons. Now drafting, modeling, mechanical, BIM, these are four modules which are within BricsCAD. Depending on what you have purchased, either one of them or all of them will be activated. Now I am running the ultimate version, so all the four modules are activated. The drafting module is for 2D, while modeling, BIM and mechanical are for 3D. And even within that, modeling is for intermediate and entry-level 3D, while mechanical is for 3D modeling as applied for mechanical engineering design, and BIM is building information modeling, which is more for the architects and engineers. Now, depending on what you choose here, your entry user interface looks preset for that purpose. But other than that, all of them will take you to BricsCAD and you can switch from one workspace to another inside BricsCAD also. So by the way, drafting, modeling, mechanical and BIM, these are called the different workspaces. So the workspace means it sets your working environment and as per that you get different menus inside your BricsCAD. Now to start BricsCAD, I'm just going to click on the drafting workspace and you can see the BricsCAD screen now starting up. Next you reach this screen here where you can see a list of some of the drawings that you opened recently, or you can also create a new drawing, or you can open some other drawing from the hard disk. Now let us take a minute here to understand what these options are. So the home tab is where it opens. If you go to the learn tab, you can see that there is an option here called BricsCAD tutorials, mechanical tutorials, BIM tutorials, shape tutorials. And if you go to any one of these, say if I go to BricsCAD tutorials, so what happens is it is going to open your browser and take you to the Bricsys website where you can access some of the advanced level tutorials for BricsCAD. Now we have chosen the BricsCAD tutorials, so you will now reach the page where the general BricsCAD tutorials are available. So the tutorials are organized very neatly in different sections. So if you want to know about installation and licensing or the interface, customization, drawing and so on, you can choose the area of interest and it will go into that tutorial. For example, let us click on interface. This is going to open the BricsCAD interface and it will give you everything that you want to know about the BricsCAD interface, how to go about it and so on. So this is a very detailed tutorial available on the website, but in this video I'm going to show you how you can do some things quickly and easily. So let's come back to BricsCAD. So similarly, the other tutorials are available, like if you're into mechanical design or if you're into BIM, you can access the specific and relevant tutorials from the website. You can see that there are also some sample drawings which are available on the website and they are only shown as icons here. If you want, you can download this to your computer by clicking the download button here. Let's get back to the home tab now and I'm going to show you how you can start BricsCAD. Now here you can see that there's a new drawing option and here there's open drawing. So let us first create a new drawing. But before you create a new drawing, you must select the template. The template is nothing but a base file which defines your units and your dimension styles and so on. So by default, BricsCAD has provided a few templates like for metric as well as for imperial or feet and inches. Then if you click on more, you can get more templates like mechanical template, BIM templates, and so on. So you don't have to worry about all this. What is mostly required for majority of users is the default metric or the default template, or if you are working in feet and inches, then you must use the default imperial template. So I'm going to choose the default and click on new drawing. So this is going to start BricsCAD, and you can see the interface in BricsCAD. This is how it looks. So let me quickly explain the different parts of the interface. At the top, what you see, this is called as the pull down menu, or it's also called as the drop down menu. Now the drop down menu is where most people enter the commands. It's the most popular way to enter the commands. But if you're used to the ribbons, then it's also available here in the ribbon form. So the ribbons are accessed by these tabs. So as you click on different tabs, you can see that the different ribbon icons will be shown here. So if you look at the pull down menu, you have the options very neatly and logically organized here, and you can choose what you want from the pull down menu. At the bottom here, you can see there is a colon, and next to that you can see a blinking cursor. This is called as the command line. The command line is where you can type your commands. For example, I'm going to type line, enter, and then it's asking me for start of line. So you can now draw a line by picking some points on the screen. Now you can see that, so when you draw a line, you can also see that the dynamic dimensions means you can enter the angle and distance. Say for example, I want the distance as 100 and I want the angle as 45. Then I can key in that value exactly, and the line will be drawn exactly to the length of 100 and at a 45-degree angle below the horizontal. So depending on where you move your cursor, you can see that these dynamic dimensions keep coming. You can cancel by pressing escape. Now what is most important for the first time user to know is the status bar here at the bottom. This status bar is very useful because most of the drawing controls are here. See, if you're going to move the cursor, you can see that the coordinates are updated here. So this is the coordinate section of the status bar. Then you have the style section. This is for the text style. And then you have the dimension styles. And then you have the workspaces. Now if you remember, when we started BricsCAD, there was the launcher which came, and in the launcher you had all these different workspaces. So you can change the workspace after entering BricsCAD also. You just need to come to the status bar and right click here and change the workspace. Similarly, you can set the snap settings here. This is again very important because for the first time user, they will not know where to set the snap or where to set the grid or the ortho mode and so on. You can change the snap settings on or off using this toggle. Say for example, on or off. So as per what you set, you can see that this item here either is highlighted or unhighlighted. So similarly, the grid can be set, and more settings, you can go to the settings of. So if you go to settings, it will take you directly to the settings area where you can set the grid mode, the grid unit, major grid axis, grid display, grid style, and so on. So everything can be controlled from the status bar. Now when I drew the line, you saw that I could enter the dimensions in the dynamic way. Now that is also controlled here. So if I switch off dynamic dimensions and then if I draw a line, you can see that now that angle and distance is not coming. So that will come only if I switch this on. So you can see in the middle of the command also you can switch dynamic dimensions on or off. So as per that, it will just disappear or come back. Dynamic dimensions applies to all other commands also. For example, if I draw a circle, again there's no dynamic dimension, but if I click it on, then you have the dynamic dimensions coming here. Now in my BricsCAD, I have file, edit, view, insert, settings, tool, then draw, dimension, modify, parametric, window, and help. These are the standard BricsCAD menus. In addition, if you add or install any third-party add-on, then you can get these additional menus as per what the third-party add-on provides. Now in our case, we have added GeoTools and CADPower These are two add-ons from our side. GeoTools is for geographic data analysis and CADPower is for general productivity. In addition, we also have a menu called BricsCAD Plus. BricsCAD Plus is our migration assistance menu, which makes it easier for AutoCAD users to migrate to BricsCAD. So BricsCAD Plus provides you with a lot of tools which are normally found in Express Tools of AutoCAD, or they are found in exactly the similar way how AutoCAD shows it to you. So we will explain all of that in more detail in other videos, but for the basic introduction, I think this is good enough. So you can just start BricsCAD and try out what I have shown you now. This will be lesson number 1. Thank you, and I hope you like this video. Do let me know if you have any feedback about it.